It's January and you're scrolling through TikTok/Instagram and you see this video.
1, 2, 3, 4.
This work is insane and a lot of people thought so too. I'm pretty sure that even people who are not in the craft/crochet part of TikTok, Instagram saw this video because on Instagram it reached 26 million views and on TikTok 14 million. Like, that's a big number. Right after seeing that video, I saw a bunch of follow-up videos from other creators stitching that, being very in awe of this piece of work.
4.
I'm sorry, how do we do this? How do we do this? I've literally looked through the comments and there's no mention of a pattern. So if you know how to do this and you're not telling me, you are part of the problem. Lace crochet that looks like that. Tell me everything.
As soon as I saw those videos, I was like, I need to make this and record my process. It looks so amazing. I would love to have a piece like that. It's a testament to my patience, I'm sure. I'm telling you, it will be a journey. It has been made, okay? I'm filming the video in the future after successfully, in my opinion, making a similar garment to the one that our creator Lucy Lace makes. It may or may not have taken me a month to make. And I filmed a lot. I had over 15 hours of footage. So this will have to be a multi-part video. This video will be like a cross between trying to be helpful / vlogging my journey into making this garment with this amazing reference. I hope you enjoy. So this coat has no pattern. And this is not like me trying to be annoying. It's just a nature of this kind of garment, a very free-form kind of crochet. So what is this? It's Irish crochet lace. A lot of people might look at it and not think Irish crochet, especially if you're into crochet a little bit, because it doesn't look like it, because it's done with a very thick yarn. It's a winter project. It's for like outer wear. And usually Irish lace seen as a very delicate, very small yarn, tiny hook project, usually used in very small pieces like collars and cuffs. So to see like a big piece of clothing made with this technique, it's so different. This is why it's so intriguing and a lot of people liked it. That's the technique, okay? And I would like to inform you that I have never actually done Irish crochet lace prior to making the jacket that I did when I decided that I was going to do this project. So I think it would be interesting for us to do this together, to learn as we're making a project and, you know, be able to make it from zero. Because I knew how to crochet, but I did not know about Irish crochet before. Can I just say, like, when I went into researching for like looking at her pieces and looking at the comments, especially in the viral videos, I didn't really like the vibes of the comments in any part, okay? So the creator of this garment is Lucy Lace. I think her name's Ludmila, and I'm pretty sure she's from Russia. I cannot read any of her captions. Apparently, she's been doing this for over 15 years. She really did find like an image for her brand. She does sell these. She doesn't have a website or a storefront. I think she just probably sells under commissions. These take a very long time to make, so it doesn't surprise me. Like, she probably does never really have a stock of garments. They're all made by hand, all stitch by stitch. I don't know how much it is. I didn't really want to reach out through WhatsApp just to ask how much it is. Every single time that someone asks, she always answers with, I'll DM you, which I understand. I've had a couple of colleagues who are artists who do that because they want to explain their job, because it usually is a high price point. Which, if you are a crocheter, if you are a knitter, someone who does fiber art or any kind of art, you will understand. But if you're not, and you just want to buy clothing and you're used to like normal fast fashion prices, if someone comes up with like a high price, you're gonna be scared. Like, people are going to be very rude towards your pricing. So I kind of understand where she comes from. She probably also only answers people from Russia or like surrounding wherever she lives. There's a war going on, so Like, I would assume she doesn't really ship to many places. I don't know. Also, I don't think she makes them all by herself. I think she has help. I did read in a comment that it's probably her mom who helps her out. I don't know if it's just her mom. I've read somewhere that she charges 5,000. I've also read in another comment that she charges 2,000. I don't know in what currency that is, because a lot of times I've seen in the internet people just like not converting currencies. So they'll ask someone who's not from their country, like, how much? And the person will enter in their currency. Oh my god, this is so expensive. And it's like, wait, it's not your currency. It's like a lot less in your currency. But if it is in dollars, I don't actually think it's an insane amount. Listen, I don't have that money to spend in that coat. That's why I made one. It is big money, but it is also something that is handmade. It's a piece of art. I don't think $2,000, $5,000 is too much. I took 1 month to make this. If I was making this on commission, like, I couldn't really have done another piece of work to sell in that amount of time, a whole month. 2,000/5,000 would have been a monthly salary, not counting the materials and the space. Like, she has a studio. It is a big money sum, but I don't think it's unjustifiable for that kind of piece of art. It feels like outside of the people who craft, there's this belief that, like, if it's handmade, like, if you see someone making it, it should be cheaper for some reason. Oh, like, it's handmade, so like you can make one for me. Like, it costs money. Like, if it's handmade, it should be more expensive. And also, like, clothing is handmade. Like, I would like to make a whole video about this, because clothing is handmade. We have sewing machines, we have knitting machines. Knitting machines make fabric first and foremost. Sewing machines make seams, but there always has to be a human being operating the machine in a very manual way. But this kind of garment specifically, every single stitch, everything that forms this is handmade. Apart from the yarn, nothing else can be made by a machine. And then when it comes to the craft people, everyone is entitled to a fucking pattern. Like, listen, I'm making this video because I like making videos. I've been building these platforms for a little while and I love making it, but filming things and putting them into order, it seems silly, but it takes a long time. So if this like group of people are already taking so much time to make the pieces, they don't really have time to film a pattern, write down a pattern. And people, especially on TikTok, it's all about gatekeeping. It's like, oh, don't gatekeep the pattern. And I don't know if it's just like a silly way of saying it, but I really hate when people say this. Because, like, you're not entitled to an artist's workflow. You're not really entitled to an artist's, like, years of practice and learning their craft. And a lot of people are nice about it. A lot of people just want to know how to make, like I want to know how to make. And they're like, are you releasing a pattern? We want to pay for it. Which, yeah, I totally understand that. Like, you want to make it. Fair enough. But when people are like, don't gatekeep, I'm like, they're allowed to gatekeep, and not gatekeeping takes a lot of time and effort. Will it be paid? Will it be worth it? Who knows? Sometimes it isn't. I think especially because she starts a lot of her videos with a crochet hook and yarn. Because she starts like that, people are like, where's the tutorial? And it's like, she makes a handmade garment. She has to show that it's handmade for people to find interest in it. Such an avant-garde, very specific. It's not for everyone. It's not a style that everyone wants. She has to put interest in her like videos for social media, everything social media. I got very triggered by seeing so many people like demanding tutorials. Anyway, I'm sorry, rant done, I'm sorry. Let me know your thoughts on this. Like, if you disagree with me, especially because I did it and I know how long it takes. Like, you guys are asking for a lot. Not you guys, but like the people in her comments. Anyway, rant over. I just wanted to rant about this a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm not this ranty, I'm not this like annoying. Even though she doesn't really need to share how she makes stuff, she actually does share a little bit. Ludmila/Lucy Lace has a YouTube channel, and she does actually have a few tutorials on Irish lace. I started this journey by following her tutorials since we were inspired by her pieces and giving her some views. So that's what we're about to do. Hi, I'm about to start learning how to Irish crochet. I'm going to use this yarn It's not the yarn that I want to use for my final project. I will start with this one, the one with the yellow yarn. She has 2 tutorials. Oh, and she has her information in the screen, so you probably can order her stuff through WhatsApp or like through phone. And she does have a website. Let's see the website. Like, it doesn't go anywhere. Maybe it's like a region thing. I think you can only order through either DMs on Instagram or phone, WhatsApp. Okay, so she starts by doing like a magic circle. She did like a lot of these, and I don't know why there's so much. Okay, she does like a magic loop with a single crochet. She does a lot of loops on the base. I don't know why. I'm going to do only 2. And now she is going for the petals. Oh, she goes back? She's going back? I don't think I've ever done. She did the way around and now she's going back. She's not like turning the work and continuing. I think this is a Irish crochet thing. And it creates this very twisted, a different stitch that I'm not well versed to. It's basically like a single crochet, but it's done in reverse. My hands are not used to this at all. Can you see? I think it's interesting. Let's see if she's going to do the petals. I think she is. She cut it. This is used a lot in her designs in various parts, in like bigger and smaller. This one's very easy, very fast to do. Let's see the next one that she shows us. She teaches how to do the like long line with the bubbles. She does the string and then she does double crochet. Okay, she's going all the way back with that single crochet backwards. I cannot understand what she's doing. What is this? Okay, I think I get it. She's doing the little cluster. They don't seem hard. I just kind of don't really have an understanding of where she's starting the cluster. Okay, wait. I told you I hate clusters. Hers looks so pretty. I think I'm doing it wrong. I'm doing it wrong. I'm definitely doing it wrong. Can you see it? I got it right. Okay, so these ones are the only elements that Ludmila offers tutorials for. If you did like a long one like this and loads of little circles, you could do a nice design, but her own coats, they do have a few other elements, and she also doesn't teach the filling stitch. So there are quite a few things that I would like to learn, as well as a few different designs, because I don't want to like copy her. I mean, I am heavily inspired by her work, don't get me wrong, but I do want to learn a few different stitches. I'm gonna go on a Google deep dive in Irish crochet to learn things that are beyond these 2 techniques, and I will report back.
3 days later.
Hello. I did a little bit of research and practice. I know quite a bit about Irish crochet now. I know more than I did yesterday. So yeah, I dip dove a little bit. I wouldn't say I dip dove. Riff height dove into Irish crochet. I think there's a lot to be learned. Let me tell you a little bit about it. There's a very interesting story about Irish lace crochet and like how people were paid. It was a very good way of making money around the like potato famine in Ireland. I think it's a really interesting thing that I would like to learn more about. But like when it comes to the making, the actual crochet bit, there are 3 main parts of Irish crochet lace: the motifs, the padding, and the grounding. So the motifs are the shapes. Any shape that you see in Irish crochet lace is a motif. You can make anything. There are a few motifs that are more traditional that were used more around the time or like throughout the years, but it feels like anything, like whatever motif you want to do, and you do it, that's a motif. Like it doesn't feel like it has to be too traditional. Maybe I'm wrong here, but that's what I gathered from like my surface, like reef level research. If you look into Irish crochet lace motifs, you can see that some of them are raised. You can see that there's almost like an outline, a raised part of the motif. That would be the padding. The padding gives like this definition / an outline to the motifs. And I feel like that brings a lot of interest to the pieces. And that is actually what I was very confused about when I was watching my first ever tutorial. When she was making the circle, that was the first thing that she taught me. She did a lot of rounds of just like plain yarn, and then she started crocheting around that. And I didn't really understand why she was doing that, so I just did like a couple of rounds. The reason why she was doing a lot of rounds is because she was doing a padding. She was doing a padded round circle for her project. And the third and final element of Irish crochet lace is the grounding. The grounding would be like the mesh that joins your motifs together. It can be free-handed, it can have like a very specific pattern to it. By the way, throughout the whole of this video, I call the grounding filling. I don't know why. I don't think it's wrong, like a filling stitch, it fills the space. That's my mindset, I think. Those are the main elements that you would have to learn to make these kinds of garments. You can make them with big needles like Ludmila does and how I did in this video. But traditionally, Irish lace is done with like very tiny hook, very, very thin, like cotton or linen thread. By the way, I would just like to mention this part of the video. It's a big part and I don't know what happened, but there was some wind happening with microphone, so like the audio is like a bit. I'm sorry about that. I did practice a bit of the motifs and the padding. Some of these are Irish crochet specific, like I went into Irish crochet pages, and some of these are, you know, flowers, leaves that can be used in Irish crochet. So these ones are the ones that I kind of extracted from Lucy's designs. And then I did a few, especially flower motifs that I didn't see in Lucy's designs, but I found in Irish crochet pages and just crochet pages, and I thought were really beautiful, so I practiced and I probably will incorporate in my design. In my research, I saw, you know, butterflies and pineapple design. Really cool, like you could have a theme to your jacket and go around that. So in Lucy's designs, she has quite a few circles, and I quite love that about their work, so I probably will incorporate that to my design. I did this one that I kind of hated. It's very prevalent in Lucy's designs, and I think it's a very traditional motif because I saw it in quite a few designs in my research. I did a Romanian point lace cord. I could use these to like form some motifs as well. I thought of using these for the spiral because I was very concerned about the spiral. I was like, I need to do the spiral, and I couldn't find a decent tutorial. And for the flower elements, in Lucy's designs, I could see mainly 5-leaf flowers and leaves. This one looks a little bit more like the one in the green viral coat that Lucy has. Hers seems a little bit bigger. I didn't really see a tutorial for that specific flower, but I'm sure a lot of you who crochet could just look at the design and kind of extract it. And then the leaves. I really hated doing leaves. Apparently, I'm really bad at it because this was the first leaf I did with a very basic tutorial. And I don't know what went wrong. And then I tried it again, and this one's a little bit better, and I tried to incorporate padding. I kind of free-handed it a little bit. So these ones I didn't really see on Lucy's designs. So this one was the first one that I did that's like very Irish crochet-y. It's a shamrock. I think that's how you say it, shamrock. It turned out weird, the one that I did, but her tutorial is quite good. The thing about the tutorials, they use the British terms, which I'm not well versed off, so I get confused. Basically, when they say double crochet, they mean single crochet from the terms that I'm used to. And when they say treble, they mean double. Half treble, it's half double. It's a little bit confusing, so have that in mind if you're going to follow the tutorials that I link below. But I think this one is quite cute, and I think it's very traditional to the Irish crochet. And then I saw this one that it's basically this one but with picot, and I love this. I am for sure gonna use this in my design. And then I did a 6-flower rounded petal flower, six petal Anyway, I did this little flower and it's very similar to this one, but I quite like the pointy petals with the picot. So I did this other 6-leaf flower and I love this one. Wouldn't this look nice, like these two kind of flowers together? These were my tests. We did the motifs, we did some motifs with padding. There's one more element of Irish crochet that I have to learn, and that is the filling. There seems to be quite a few different ways of doing the filling, but there's one that is prevalent in a lot of Irish crochet work, and it's also, I think, very much used in the reference code that we're looking at. That is this kind of freehand slash honeycomb-esque slash mesh done with mainly chain stitches. I will be practicing that with a few of these. I did look at this tutorial from Irish Crochet Lace by Aliona Salmova. So circle, circle. When I did Romanian point lace, the vibe was the same. You just like kind of go around the motifs with a needle. Here is with a crochet hook. And it seems like there's a lot of moving the crochet hook in non-natural ways for myself because I'm used to just doing this. What I'm seeing in Aliona's tutorial, she's going like this and she's going like this and she's going like this and she's going like this. I'm quite worried that I won't get the hang of it because I want to do quite a big project.
And on the other side, I got the half back. I hook, and there's a little ring over here.
There's something about the motif that I really don't like. I think it looks pretty on normal Irish crochet because it's very small and very dainty, but with the big yarn, I just don't think it looks pretty. Maybe I will do a Romanian point lace filling technique and just kind of mix the different kinds of lace crochets that I know. Anyway, I'll figure that out because all of this till this point right now, this was all a test. I was just learning. And now that I know how to do the Irish crochet, I will actually start my garment. So yeah, this is a little roundup of like all the motifs that I learned. I really tried to find every single motif that she has in her coat. The nature of crochet and Irish crochet is that it takes time. So if I was to sit here and show you each individual motif, it would take more than the 15 hours that I have of footage. And I think it would be a bit disingenuous if I was to like make a tutorial on all of these motifs. It would be weird because I had just learned them. So I will have a Google document linked down below with the motif that I learned and the video that I used to make it. All of them are similar to what Lucy uses in her designs, and a lot of them I just learned because I thought they were pretty and looked good in the design that I wanted to do. That being said, I do have a few tutorials on specific motifs that I kind of edited and made my own that I used in my jacket, but those I'll be posting separately. So if you're just watching this video for vibes and you're not necessarily following it as like, I really want to make this coat, you can just continue watching the video and won't be disturbed by like very specific tutorials and very specific motifs. If I posted a 7-hour long video, no one would click on it. I don't even think people would be clicking on this one, but like if it was 7 hours long, people wouldn't. This is where we'll be stopping for today. Pretty much learned all of the techniques of Irish crochet. I feel like this is a good place to pause. I have lots of links linked in the bio, in the document, so if you have some time to learn how to do the motifs, if you're actually joining in this journey with me and making your own coat, I suggest using some of my other videos as background noise while you do that. In the next video, we will be making the pattern and actually probably starting to make the actual motifs that I'll be using in the actual coat. So consider subscribing to the channel because I have lots of content that I have filmed and that I want to make. It's all revolving cloth making and crochet and knitting machine. And I actually want to get into some home stuff. I really want to make a curtain, a bead curtain to go here. So that's the whole vibe of my channel that I'm kind of slowly but surely making. And maybe you want to join me and subscribe. If not, that's fine. Do comment down below what you thought about this video, your thoughts and opinions. Maybe you disagree with me in some things. Let me know. I'll have my social media link down below, as well as Lucy Laces. And I'll see you in the next one very, very soon. The jacket is done and I cannot wait for you to see it. I'll see you in the next one. It's very, very soon. It's coming. Bye bye. I hope you're not bored of me yet, because we still have a little bit to go.